How's everybody doing? Um, we're live, and yeah, yeah, 42-13, the final score of today's game against the Patriots. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me. I just want to make sure the mic is good. Um, everybody coming in, what's up? What's up? What's up? Let me know how you feel right now. There's a lot to discuss. First thing, obviously, you guys probably see a lot on Twitter and everything. If you guys are on it, Caleb's in. What's up, man? How you doing? So I feel, man. Man. Is a perfect way to say it. 42-13 and a beat down. Everything's dysfunctional. Um, I guess the good thing about it is that like the Falcons are worse than we think. It's probably the best way that we could say. You know, um, Falcons are worse than we think. You know, we beat them by 30 last week and we lose by 30 against the Patriots. So I mean, I guess the only positive we can get out of this is that the Falcons absolutely suck as well, and they almost lost today to a Marcus Mariota led Commanders team. So that's a positive, I guess. But they get the last laugh because they won today. What's up, Corbin? How y'all doing? Um, yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. Feel the same way. Caleb said we are cooked, beyond cooked, beyond cooked, and we get to the point where Corbin bring this up. Kind of what I want to mention first is the um the title of the live stream, which was kind of like we have to choose between Bryce Young or Dave Canales. This is the conversation that we have to have now because that's where we're at. Obviously, that's where we're at. Um, Dave Canales can't call plays consistently to save his life because he's scared of Bryce Young. I assume that's probably why it seems like we do not take deep shots unless we're down by 25 points every single game. He can't consistently run the ball. Our identity is running the ball, and we cannot do it. We're not doing it enough. Okay, Chuba Hubbard is clearly your best offensive player at the moment, and it seems like he does not go to him enough. Rico Dowdle is a decent running back. He's not nothing special the first 4 weeks. He's consistently averaging 3 yards a carry, it seems like, every single week. You keep going to him more than you should. I feel like Chuba Hubbard is easily your best player on offense right now. You can argue T-Mac in terms of being just, the big playability that he has. But the first 4 weeks, when Chuba gets the ball, he's been amazing. And we know that about Chuba Hubbard. So Dave Canales, his identity right now around the offense, we hear him say, consistently since he's been here that the identity needs to be in the run game. Okay, so why aren't you doing it? It just makes no sense. It makes no sense. The identity right now is not there for the offense in specific. Dave Canales mentioned in his presser that this loss is on him when it happens in all 4 phases: special teams, defense, offense. When the struggles happen in all 4 phases, it's on him. Or sorry, 3 phases, it's on him. I mean, no duh. Whenever you're running back draw plays on 3rd and 15s consistently and giving it to Rico Dowdle out of all your running backs, yes, it's on you. This loss is on you, and the coaching staff. Okay, Bryce Young was not bad, as you said, Corbin. He was not that bad. He wasn't, bro. He wasn't. That 4th down play, that last one right before he got benched, not really benched, but just Andy Dalton came in for the second stringers. That last 4th down play, it made no sense. Like I might play that here soon whenever I go over film and stuff in one of my future videos here this upcoming week, but it was just all bad. It was all bad. He said, Corbin, it was the punt team, the defense. Yeah, that touchdown, that first one, not the first one, the second one they had, which was the punt return, that really set the stage for them. That gave them momentum throughout the game. It did. And then you gave up I think 2 more plays that went over 30 yards in the punt game. You can't do that. You simply can't do that. Okay. And it's funny because I think the broadcast before the game even started, they mentioned that Mike Vrabel was really focused on our special teams unit and all week long. And they really, hammered that when they watched our film before the week. And you still come out and give up a touchdown and just play absolutely terrible in the punt game. It's awful. The touchdown, you missed 2 tackles. You have a player, give up a horrible angle. It's just all bad. I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, this game, if you want to focus the lens on Bryce, because that's what we like to do, it's either you think Bryce is the problem or you think he's not the problem. It's nobody wants to ever point the blame at somebody else because Bryce knows. I get it. He's the quarterback. You have to point some of the blame at him or some of the he's not the problem because he's the quarterback. He's the biggest position on the team. Quarterback is the reason why you win and you lose at the end of the day. It just is. Caleb says special teams and the defense sold. They did. The defense was bad all game long, and it was really, it really resembled the Falcons game for us last week. Like they were up by like 25 points, 24 points at one point, and Drake May had like 130 yards in the air. Like it really resembled the Falcons game last week for us, where Bryce and I had to do a lot because we kept giving them good field position. Today, special teams for them played outstanding. For them, obviously got the touchdown, made some big plays. It's just all around this team just wasn't good. I mean, it just wasn't good, man. And I think Dave is right. When it's every phase of the game, you got to put the blame on you. Defensively, I'm kind of out of it with Ejiro Evero. I've been here the last couple of years really, sticking up for him because he did not have a good defense. You traded away Brian Burns. You traded away Jeremy Chin, Frankie Louvu. What are you going to do when you inherit a bad defense, roster-wise? You can't do a lot, okay, obviously. So I was really sticking up for Ejiro Evero a lot, like the last year, the last two off seasons, whenever people wanted to get him gone. Okay, I'm done now. You just it's unacceptable. You have one of the best corners in the league. You have one of the best interior defensive tackles in the league. We rebuilt the whole line for you. You have Turk Wharton, Bobby Brown, H.R. Robinson. You have a good interior, and you still can't do anything about it. Is it a buy-in issue? Is it a personnel? I don't know what it is. Okay, but there's a lot of things right now on this roster that in this franchise that just doesn't make any sense. Okay, it could be buy-in. Dave Canales could have lost the locker room. I seen Excel after the game walk by him and just completely just did not even care that that's your head coach. It seemed like, and I do think it's something more than just an injury personally because it's been 2 weeks now. He should be good, you know, and I don't know. But when it comes to the defensive line and Ejiro Evero, we've built enough for you. You're not doing enough as a defensive coordinator, man. You're not. I've done enough giving him excuses, I should say. I think that's the right word to use is excuses, is what I've been giving Ejiro Evero the last two off seasons. Okay, I'm done doing it because at the end of the day, we rebuilt the D-line for you this offseason, and you still consistently giving up a ton of rushing yards. It seemed with ease today. Drake May could run the ball. Ramondre Stevenson could run the ball. Trevor Henderson, whoever was running the ball today, if it was a receiver, it was easy for this offense to move when they had opportunities. Kind of like last week, right? Us against the Falcons. We didn't need to do a lot on offense because the defense played really good, and we got the ball at midfield almost every possession. Same with the Patriots, right? They might have not racked up a whole ton of yards that looks like they had 42 points, but because their special teams unit played really well, their defense played amazingly well, their offense did what they need to do to execute to win by what? Really by 36. That last touchdown, I don't care about that. No, I do not care about that. It was really 42-6 today. He said Bryce and T-Mac's connection was all the problem. Yeah, it's another one, man. I don't know. T-Mac is struggling with catching the ball a little bit. He is amazing, like as an all-around receiver, and we can see it the first 4 weeks. If he just catches a couple more passes that are, really in his hands, like that holding that was on it, Bryce almost had a pick there. It was a flag, but I'm saying take the flag away. That's an interception, most likely, if he doesn't drop the ball on that, holding pass that Bryce had right in T-Mac's hands that he dropped. I don't know. But the Bryce and T-Mac connection is a problem right now. T-Mac can't catch the ball to save his life. Today was really bad. And he was cooking Gonzo. Like the first drive, I think it was, he had that curl route. He had Gonzo kind of looking backwards. His athleticism is not a problem. His size, he's obviously 6'4". He can get open if he wants to. Like he has the athleticism to do what he wants to do. Just simple. Just simply put, he's that good of a player, that good of an athlete at receiver. It's just the drops are starting to get a little bit too much for me personally. And I love T-Mac. I think he's going to be amazing. He's a rookie. When you're playing this good already, I don't really care. Like it's going to take time to develop. especially when you're this good at certain areas. If you have one problem, it's okay, right? If it you can fix it. And he's also has some good catches too. So it's not like he's just solely being a bad receiver in that area. He's just sometimes dropping passes that he should catch, right? And that's normal as a rookie. He said T-Mac and Bryce were good. Play call was trash. T-Mac was all right today. Bryce was all right today as well. He missed some opportunities, but when your offensive line is completely trash and you just have no time all game long, you can't get the full blame for it, man. Like when people are out here talking about Bryce Young is just the biggest issue or whatever, it's just the same people. Like you cannot watch that game and tell me you can't. You just can't do it. You cannot watch the game today and tell me Bryce Young's the issue. Okay. Did he miss some opportunities? Absolutely. There were some opportunities he missed, and he has to put that fourth down in T-Mac's lap. He created separation. You got to you cannot overthrow your receiver. Okay. But when Dave Canales also is not giving T-Mac enough opportunities to make plays as well, or sorry, when Dave is not giving Bryce enough opportunities to make plays and throw the ball down the field, when you get a little sample size on a fourth down, when you're down by 40 points already, and you finally take a deep shot, I'm not going to take that away from Bryce. I'm just not going to do it. Just simply not going to do it. Also, offensive line is injured right now, but you pay Taylor Moan all this money. You can't protect to save his life. Okay, then you turn around, you got Icky, cannot protect to save his life. Your interior, giving up pressure. I mean, their edge rushers ate all day today. All game long today, they ate. Connection issues, yep. Ryan was bad. Makes extra point. I don't know how you missed that, but whatever. Oh, yeah, Ryan did not hit all except one, but yeah. It was just all around bad game. I don't think making the extra point or, Ryan being a little better would have done anything, really help. But yeah, I don't know. I miss CMC, DJ Moore. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's just it all got messed up whenever David Tepper decided to become the owner. Or not decided, he became the owner. It all went downhill, man. All went downhill. It just makes no sense. Okay, and honestly, is this regime better than what we had in the past with Matt Rule? And then obviously Frank Reich and what's his name? Our worst GM in Panthers history, I would say probably. Just forgot his name, but it's not Dan Morgan. This regime is definitely better, the best one we've had so far. I think there's stuff you could build on, right? I'm not looking at Dave Canales and Dan Morgan yet as like a failure. You're in year 2. I don't want to give up yet, but there's definitely a lot that I don't like. Like consistency is an issue right now, and the title of the video, as I mentioned, is about the Bryce Young, just that situation. You have to pick between one or the other. It's just not going to work. It simply is not going to work. Okay, if you want to go the Dave Canales route because he's in year 2, and listen, Dave Canales inherited Bryce Young. He might not believe in him at all. Simply put, that's what it looks like on the field every Sunday. He does not believe in Bryce Young to make plays as a quarterback until we're down by 40 points. Then he's like, Bryce Young makes plays, and he makes plays. Okay, but at the end of the day, this is not going to work out. At the moment right now, Bryce Young and Dave Canales are simply not going to work out. You have to choose as a franchise between one or the other. Okay. And I don't know. Just simply, I think we would choose between Dave Canales. I think we would pick Dave Canales. If it came up to David Tepper, I think it would be Dave Canales because of the fact that Bryce is in year 3. He's not figured it out yet. Give Dave Canales his quarterback is what I think the philosophy would be. I don't think that's a bad one in terms of it makes sense in an owner's mind. I think it would be the wrong decision because I do think that if Bryce Young gets another opportunity elsewhere on the Dolphins or whatever, somewhere, a team that needs a quarterback and has a good situation around him, which Bryce has not had a good situation in one season yet in his first 3 years, he's going to ball out. Okay. And it's funny that the graphic today, if you watch the game at home, they mentioned Baker and Sam Darnold. They're both starters, and they've both been starters since they left the Panthers, and Baker Mayfield's absolutely a franchise quarterback for the Buccaneers. Bryce Young is going to be the same way because the Panthers are not a competent organization at the moment to build a team around a quarterback that's actually talented. They just can't do it. Okay, and obviously this is not me sticking up for Bryce because I think he's good and I wanted him over CJ Stroud whenever we had to draft somebody. Um, but that's where I'm at with the topic at hand, which obviously the title of the video is what it is. Um, which is I think we have to choose between one. I just think we do because right now it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. Okay, right now it's just not going to work, unfortunately. But at the moment, I just think the first 2 years there's clearly a disconnect between the quarterback and the coach, and you built something at the end of last year, and it's just not. It's not the same right now. The play calling's just way too conservative. You're not building on your identity as a head coach. Your identity should be running the ball. It should be Chuba Hubbard is your best player on offense. Do just build off that every single game, then branch it out to what you need to do in the passing game. Not, I just don't know what we're doing. Right, the play calling was not that bad today, to be honest with you. In the beginning of the game, we were very fundamentally sound. The play calling was not bad. We actually ran the ball a decent amount in the beginning, but we just stopped doing it for some reason. It just went downhill. Okay, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it's how it was today. We get some of these chats. Here we get some conversation. Caleb says, we have 6th pick in 2026 right now after the loss. You think they consider QB? I think we absolutely consider quarterback. If we come to the end of the season and we're in top 8 territory in terms of a pick, which right now we probably will be, yes, I think we are absolutely going to consider quarterback. And I think you have to at the end of the day. If you're going to pick top 10 again in 3 years of the same quarterback, you have to consider to move on. Am I saying it's the right decision? No, I'm not. Okay, do not say that I'm just thinking about that. But I'm saying if you do it again, this team has issues everywhere. Okay, but again, the quarterback is the sole focus of a franchise. And when you have the same quarterback for 3 straight years that you think is your franchise quarterback and you're drafting in the top 10 3 straight years with the same quarterback, no matter if you think it's the coach, the owner, the team around him, if you don't think he's the problem, like I really don't, you have to consider it. You have to, okay? Because at the end of the day, Dave Canales inherited Bryce. It's not his quarterback. So it's not something where you can just, okay, give it one more year, right? Draft somewhere else. Just try it with one more season with Bryce and Dave. At the end of the day, if we have a top 10 pick, I'm just getting y'all ready for it. We are going to consider quarterback. It's just going to happen, okay? It's going to happen. And I think there's a very possible scenario that we draft the quarterback because you have JC, you have Derek Brown, you have T-Mac. Your team is really not terrible in terms of like if you draft the quarterback, you're going to be in Cam Ward's situation like Bryce was in 2023 with Frank Reich. It's not going to be that bad. You're dealing with injuries right now. Your receiver core without Coker and Excel. You're playing with rookies and young players and old veterans that can't do a thing like Hunter Renfrow right now. That's what Bryce is dealing with, and an offensive line that's injured. Okay, but at the end of the day, if we are in a top 10 scenario, which it seems like we're trending that way right now, we're going to be considering a quarterback. Simple. And do I agree with it? I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just not saying that. Okay, but that's where we're at as an organization right now. You have to consider it. Okay, because you're in year 3, okay? At least get pick 11 or 12 and barely miss the playoffs. Okay, it's kind of where I'm at. But I think that kind of goes with the Dave Canales scenario. I don't think Dave Canales is getting fired anytime soon. I'm going to tell you all that as well. For the people that want him fired, he's not going to be gone anytime soon. He's not. For the people that want him fired, he's not going to be gone. He's going to finish his year out. Okay. And then maybe for like 3-14, then maybe we have a conversation at the end of the year in terms of the organization does. But right now, he's not gone anytime soon because he's in year 2 as a head coach. Okay. So, what's up, Lisa said? I think the defensive coach should be replaced. Then Bryce, Dave Canales, Derek Brown is back, but he's one player. The defense is still weak. Evero is the one the team showed last week against the Falcons. I agree. The thing about it is our defense isn't that bad, though. I think personnel-wise, I don't think your defense is that bad to be giving up 30-plus points a game, And obviously, last week against the Falcons, it was clearly a fluke game. I mean, it clearly was. Week 1, you let the Jaguars run all over you. Week 2 against the Cardinals, you let them pass the ball over you because you tried to put Trayvon Moore on Trey McBride every day. And also, what happened today with Trayvon Moore not being in the box consistently? Last week, Jared Vero made a great decision to put Trayvon Morgan in the box and let him just play the run all game long. Today, he was not doing that. He was not doing it. And guess what? Whenever I saw Trayvon Morgan make plays today, because he was in the box, stopping the run. When he's not making plays out there, it's because you're putting him on tight ends or making him cover. He cannot cover. We see that. It's pretty obvious on film. If you're actually watching film as coaches, it's pretty obvious. He cannot cover anybody. He can't cover a soul as a safety. He's amazing in the box, amazing stopping the run, amazing blitzing, and you're just not using him in that situation. Besides last week, when guess what? He had his biggest game last week as our safety. That's where he should be playing, man. And Ajero Vero cannot get that through his little brain of his as a coordinator, is that you should be putting Trayvon Morgan in the freaking box and blitzing him all game long, stopping the run all game long. But you're not doing that because you're stupid as a coordinator. Okay? I'm done defending him because it's pretty obvious now. A lot of this defensive struggles is on him. You have the players, bro. Okay? Dan Morgan signed Trayvon Morgan to play in a specific role. You're starting Nick Scott. At least put Trayvon Morgan in the box and let him play his position. Okay? Like, just please. But he's not doing it. Okay? Like, you have the worst linebacker core in the NFL, arguably, with Trevor Wallace and Christian Roseboom. And you're out there putting Trayvon Morgan on tight ends and receivers when he cannot cover a soul. Okay? And plus, why is DJ Johnson starting on the edge when it should be Princely and Nick Scored? It just makes no sense. It makes no sense. Personnel decisions make no sense. DJ Johnson is awful. He should not be getting field time. I don't care if somebody's injured. He's trying to be on this team right now. He is awful. He can't do a thing. He just can't do it. You know, T-Mac is good when he's mad. He's not catching 1v2s. True. He said also, why is DJ and Nick in? You're talking about, I agree. DJ Johnson, that just made no sense. As soon as I saw him out there on that first drive and it was him and Nick scoring and not Princely, I was genuinely confused. But at the end of the day, it's Ajero Vero. He's not a good player. Not a good coordinator at this point. I just don't know. What's up with the Jimmy Horn thing? They refuse to play him and adds a speed element to the offense. It just goes back to Dave Canales not knowing his personnel, not knowing the players that are best to win games. I mean, it's just no reason why Hunter Renfrow would be a better player than Jimmy Horn, I think, in the slot. I just don't. Hunter Renfrow has not brought a single element to the game the first 4 weeks that I think Jimmy Horn couldn't bring. And he has the speed factor. I just don't get it. Like, it just goes back again to Dave Canales and not knowing his personnel as a head coach. Because Jimmy Horn, there's no reason why he wouldn't be able to do better than Hunter Renfrow in the slot. Just simple. Simple. Now, if you're healthy and you have Jalen Coker and XL, I get it. Okay, now I understand why you prefer XL and Jalen Coker over Jimmy Horn because they're both better. They're both older. Jalen Coker is simply a better player than Jimmy Horn right now. XL, you can argue it. That's cool. But XL does have athleticism, and you can maybe do a little bit with that. But Hunter Renfrow and David Moore, I mean, come on. Jimmy Horn's obviously better. Like, they can bring more than what they bring. No, I just don't get it. I think keep Dave and get new play callers. I think you need to stop calling plays. I do agree with that. I think if you decide to keep Dave and obviously get rid of Bryce or not get rid of Bryce, for example, if you want to keep him as well, I think you have to decide as a head coach next year, you have to get an offensive coordinator because calling plays right now is just simply inconsistent. He's not able to do it consistently at a high level as a coordinator right now, and you have to figure that out. You have to. You have to figure it out. You said and keep Bryce in that scenario. I mean, that's cool. I just think right now it's just not going to work, man. Just simply put, I think at this point, it's just not going to work. Unfortunately, it's not going to work. And it sucks because, like, I don't know. Let me see if I can get some stuff up real quick. Get some film up for you guys. You can watch some film on live stream a little bit, kind of go over some plays. Let me sign in. Let me get to some of these chats real quick. Only QB I'd be okay with. That's not Bryce's Sellers, but I want Bryce. I agree. Lenore Sellers is actually talented. Actually talented quarterback. And he's just simply a better Anthony Richardson. Obviously, like the size, everything about him, he literally is an Anthony Richardson, but better. But I do like Lenore's a lot, actually. I think he would actually. I just want to give T Mac the best quarterback that's just possible, man. So like personally, because of his talent level, I would prefer a more of a pocket passer. But I mean, it's okay. I mean, Lenore's is talented, so it's fine. Luke says, I think Bryce is good. Terrible situation. Agree. Bryce, again, is Bryce amazing? Is Bryce going to be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL? Like, is he that really that good? Maybe not. Okay, but people are acting like he's this awful quarterback that cannot play in the league. Okay, like that's just not true. He's not a Will Levis. He's not an Anthony Richardson. He's not a bad quarterback. If he was that bad, he would not be playing football in year 3 right now. Okay, it's just simply he's in year 3. If he was that bad, he would not be starting right now. He would not be starting right now. Every bad quarterback that comes into the league at this point in year 3, they're cooked. Like they're literally on the bench right now. Okay, Bryce is not that bad. Like people are over here overreacting, saying he's this bad quarterback. He sucks. He's garbage. He might not be amazing. He might not be a Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson level player that can carry your team week to week, but he's not a bad quarterback. Okay, he's not. Okay. Get some of these chats said Dave needs to hand over play calling duties. It's clear he does not trust Bryce. It's better to at least have a play caller who believes in the quarterback. 100%. Well said. Exactly what I was thinking or kind of saying earlier. He needs to hand it over, but he did say in his press conference that he's going to continue to call plays. And I think it's going to be for the rest of the year until he notices, hopefully by next offseason, that I need to get mid offensive coordinator because he needs to figure out a way to lead men. That's your head coach. Like you're the head coach. That's your role. You need to learn how to lead men in a locker room and not lose a locker room. When you're too much focused on figuring out how to call plays and make the right play calls, and you're not even doing a good job at it, consistently, it's not going to work. Like if he can get a good coordinators offensively and defensively, I think he won't be too bad of a head coach personally. I really don't, which is why I'm not over here trying to give up on him yet. But I think the situation we're in is you have to pick between Bryce or Dave Canales. I think I just think that's where we're at right now because it's clear and obvious he does not trust Bryce. He just doesn't, and it is what it is. It's where we're at, but he needs to figure it out as a head coach. Okay. Bryce has shown us flashes that he can really play well at the level he did at Alabama. He just needs the good pieces and a coach who believes in him. Skill players really let him down today. Agree once again. Perfectly said. He's just not a bad quarterback, man. Just what I think. He's just not a bad quarterback at all. I don't know. He said, what quarterback you got in mind other than Sellers or Arch if he decides to? I'm not going Arch personally. I like Sellers better than Arch. I just think he would fit this offense better. I don't know. Arch obviously is not bad, I think. I think Arch is a very good pocket quarterback, and he's in year 1. I think he should stay another year because he's just not there yet as a quarterback. Let me look at the quarterback so I can kind of give you a better idea. I'm going to share my screen too so I can see as well with me. Garrett Nussmeier, absolutely not. I'm just going to keep it buck with guys right now. That would be a good one. Nussmeier. Hold on. Let me share this. Hurry up. Slow. My goodness. All right. We're good. All right. Share my screen real quick for you guys and kind of go over some of these quarterbacks with you guys. Okay. Okay, so you're asking what quarterbacks would I want? Garrett Nussmeier, absolutely not. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you right now. He's not good. He just can't play consistently at a high level. He's ranked 13 right now, or actually he's ranked 1 in terms of quarterbacks in this draft class. No, Lenore Sellers is generally a very talented quarterback. It says it's Jalen Hurts level skill set. Like, I guess you could say that. I think he could be better than Hurts personally, just in every way possible than what he brings, what Jalen Hurts brings. Um, but Lenore Sellers is definitely my number one quarterback right now. If we had to go a quarterback in this draft, I'm obviously going to might start breaking some film down, like personally, just watching film and stuff from these quarterbacks. But he's big quarterback. He's literally an Anthony Richardson, but just a much better passer. Like, Anthony Richardson was not that good of a passer coming out of college, and we just liked him because teams liked him because of his athletic ability. Lenore Sellers is genuinely a good quarterback when it comes to passing the ball. Like, he's genuinely that, like, a very good quarterback. But says they compare him to actually, yeah, Anthony Richardson level comparison. I think that's actually very fair in terms of running the ball and size. I think Drake May, in terms of pocket presence and the ability to pass the ball, that's actually a very good one too when it comes to Drake May. Drake May was so good at North Carolina with pocket presence and just throwing the ball downfield. Lenore Sellers is very similar. I think Drake May is a better passer in college by far, but I think they have they're very similar in that instance in terms of presence and being able to throw from the pocket, and that's what we need. Like, if we need a quarterback first that can throw from the pocket, because when you have a good receiver like T-Mac who can do literally everything and is already athletic enough, just get yourself a quarterback that can throw the ball, right? Simple. Just get you a quarterback that can throw the football, and you're good. Okay. But Lenore Sellers is definitely the number one quarterback for me when it comes to this draft class at the moment. I just think he's just all around the best quarterback in this draft class. Okay. Dave is the best coach we have since Wilkes or Rivers. Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't think Dave Canales is personally that bad. Just, I don't. I don't know. I don't think Dave is. I really don't think Dave is as bad as people think either. I just think this is an all-around effort. I think when you're head coach, you get the blame. When you're the quarterback, you get the blame. Okay, but I don't think he's not that bad. But I do think he's more of an issue than Bryce Young. We'll say that. I don't think this game was on defense. If anything, it was on the special teams. 2 missed kicks and like 200 punt return yards allowed. Agree. I do think the defense was very bad today. You gave up a lot of rushing yards. And for the opportunities that they had on offense, again, the offense did not do a lot in terms of the stat sheet because they didn't have to do a lot because the special teams did a good job. Defensively, they did a good job on us. So they got short field, kind of like last week for us, right? Like, the Falcons can look at it and say, man, we didn't do that bad defensively. And I guess you could say they really didn't, but we made opportunities. We made big plays for the opportunities that we had. Same with the Patriots today. Same thing, right? So, similar scenario. Myson says Tepper is the second richest owner. He must spend the bag on the new DC. He needs to spend the bag on new everything, man. New court. He needs to get himself an OC as well. I need Dave Canales to lock in and say, man, I need to get a new defense coordinator and new OC. If Dave Canales stays, which I do think he's going to stay, I don't think he's going to be gone. That's just the reality we're in right now. He's in year 2. If David Tepper has to choose between Dave Canales or Bryce Young, he's choosing Dave Canales. Okay, it's just what it is. But I'm at the point now where I just think you have to choose between one. If you keep Dave Canales, I'm sorry, Bryce. I'm going to go watch you ball somewhere else. Because at the end of the day, I think if Bryce leaves, he's going to play amazing somewhere else. And that's going to make me happy more than anything. So I don't even care. Like, if you have to get rid of Bryce because you keep Dave Canales and you feel like, okay, it's time to move on from one of these two, and you choose Bryce, that's fine. Just go watch him ball out somewhere else. It's cool. I mean, it's cool with me. I mean, I got this Bryce jersey. I'm going to be a Bryce fan until he retires, until he just is not good, if that happens. T Green says, keep pounding. Yes, sir. Hopefully we can keep winning. Need that. Caleb says, all the trash players came back. Now people can't tackle all of a sudden, but they were tackling perfect last game. So what is that with the tackling issues? Okay. It's a very good question. Oh, tackling was very good last week. very good last week. Mike Jackson made some good tackles. Obviously, Shaw made some good tackles. Trevon Moore has always been a good tackler. Him and JC probably are best tacklers on defense. So what is the problem with tackling? I don't know. I think it's just I saw the worst tackling today was definitely on special teams. I would say like the uh the worst level tackling was definitely special teams. But let's see. But overall, I don't know. I don't know. I think Jared Vero, I'm just gonna put the blame on him all the time because at the end of the day, when you've had a bad defense for this long and your defense is actually improved, like you traded away Brian Burns and Frankie Louvu, not traded away Frankie Louvu, but you didn't bring him back, and you come out of here this offseason and really make the D line much better. You draft 2 edge rushers and you sign Trevon Moore, who you're not using him right. You're not starting the right players when you're injured. Princey's not out there starting. You're the blame. You're easily the one to blame on defense. I'm not blaming Dave Canales for anything why the defense is happening. Now, what I do blame on him for is you got to have some urgency now. Okay, like you're seeing what's happening on the defense side of the ball. You figure out, are you going to fire him or not? Just simply put, because we're at that point now. Sellers, Carolina pipeline. Yep. Wait. Is Will Levis still in the league? Ooh, that's a good question. I think he's still in the league. I think he's still in the league. I'm still what team he's on. Yeah, yeah, he's definitely in the league still. I don't know why he wouldn't. Yeah, is he on the Titans still? Yeah, I think he's on the Titans still, actually. Yeah, so he's still in the league. Caleb's not worried since him and Brad are such friends. He's not going to get a new OC. Yeah, it's facts. And I just don't know if Dave Canales is just, he might be too stubborn to give up play calling as well. I don't know. We're in that weird predicament right now as a team, but it's just where I'm at. I don't want head coach change, but the Bryce Young experience should be about over. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you can be one or the other, right? Like, I feel like this organization would pick Dave Canales over Bryce Young in a heartbeat. As I mentioned, if it had to become between the two, they're picking Dave Canales. Okay, because of the scenario. Would I pick Dave Canales? Probably not. If I had to pick between the two, but I think you're holding back both Dave and Bryce Young as an organization right now. You're holding both back, which is why I just fully believe this won't work out. Just simply put, you're holding both back. You're sitting here with the head coach that is in year 2, does not trust his quarterback. So basically what you're doing is you're limiting his offense because he won't give his quarterback enough plays to throw the ball downfield and make big plays. So now he's being limited because now his stat line looks bad. I mean, not even about the stat line, just help us win the game. So you're literally holding back both Bryce Young and Dave Canales as an organization right now, and you don't even realize it because your head coach does not believe in Bryce Young, no matter how much he wants to say it out loud. He doesn't believe in Bryce, okay? Which, again, doesn't allow him to throw the ball downfield and very conservative until we're down by 15 scores, and then finally you allow it, and then it just makes you look at Bryce and say, oh, he's not playing good because he threw the ball 30 times and only got 180 yards. You know, it's just you're holding both people back, which is why I don't want to blame either Dave Canales or Bryce Young. Like, is this more of a deeper issue than the coach or the quarterback? It might be. Might be. He said also next week we have 2 actual league wide receivers, hopefully. Yeah. Coker might be back next week. I heard it was 4 weeks, but I think they might have pushed it back to 4 to 6. So it'll probably be week to week now, where we see before Sunday if he's playing or not. Just depends on practice and everything. If he can practice. What's up, Earthbender? He said he's a bad quarterback. Please explain why he makes Bryce a good quarterback. Bryce is not a bad quarterback. Is he up here great? No, he's not. I'm not. No one's saying that. Okay, if you're saying that, you're just you're on it. Okay, but he's not a bad quarterback. If he was a bad quarterback, why would he still be starting in year 3? He got benched last year. Cool. Came back, balled out. He's not a bad quarterback. Bad quarterbacks just will not come back and play that good. Okay, just simply put. Will Levis, bad quarterback. Anthony Richardson, bad quarterback. There's a lot of, you can point at bad quarterback. Bad quarterback to me is you're just not good. Okay. But Bryce is not a bad quarterback, man. He's just not. Again, is he great? No. No one's saying he's great. No one's saying he's a top 10 level quarterback right now. He's not, simply. But he's not a bad quarterback. We're not sitting here watching terrible quarterback play every single week. It's just not where we're at. He said this quarterback class is bad. Maybe Drew Aller. Drew Aller is awful. Okay, but this quarterback class is very mid. But Drew Aller's awful. Drew Aller's worse than Garrett Nussmeier. He's worse than what's his name? Arch Manning. He's worse than every quarterback. Honestly, I'm curious why they have him ranked here because Drew Aller's awful. He's not good. He's simply not good. He's literally a what's a good example? He's literally a Will Levis. Literally a Will Levis. Like you watch this guy play football and it's just like he cannot throw the ball downfield. He's just very mediocre, very bad. He's just not good, man. But because he's on Penn State, who's consistently has a good team around him, it makes him look good because he's the quarterback, which is why you guys love to hate on Bryce Young because if your team is bad, the quarterback gets the blame. If your team is amazing, your quarterback gets the praise. Drew Aller does nothing on Saturdays for Penn State to help them win that game. They just don't. Tell me why Drew Aller, every time he plays good teams, loses because he's not that good of a quarterback. Simply put, I think what Penn State's like 4-21 in the last 25 ranked games. They lost yesterday to Oregon. Obviously, if you guys watch college football, Drew Aller's not a good quarterback. So Drew Aller would be like my 10th quarterback I would go after. I'll probably take, and you got John Mateer out of Oklahoma. He's a very good pocket quarterback. Dante Moore is good. Drew Aller's ranked 8th, and he's on a top 5 team in the country. Like you're not that good, buddy. You're not. It's just my hate though. It's just me personally. I just don't like. It's just what I personally. I like the quarterback from Virginia. Let me see. Virginia. I know they have the Indiana one here. Fernando Mendoza. Let me see. Yeah, I just personally no. Just no for Drew Aller. Let me see. Corbin said Jalen Hurts comp. Never mind, he's but. Nah, he's definitely better than Jalen Hurts. Definitely better than Jalen Hurts. Caleb said people acting like Bryce rookie year was not. Bowen Heisman, he had a good O-line, good receivers that came to us. Had DJ Chark and Mingo and more and got sacked 62 times. If anything, we ruined him. Yeah, it's the best way to put it when it comes to Bryce Young, man. Best way to put it. Best way to put it. I just don't really know what else to say but that, man. When you're coming in and your best receiver is Adam Thielen and DJ Chark, I don't know. I don't know about that one. You traded away your best receiver, and DJ Moore to get him. I mean, it was not going to work out. It just wasn't. But the hype was there. Also, why can't EJ stop T? I don't know. Last week game was a fraud. Yeah, agree. Fraudulent game, simply put. Corman said also Dave doesn't let him pass deep, so his deep pass is not elite. Yeah, I feel like Bryce does miss some deep passes for sure, but I mean, it's kind of hard to blame him. Like he put a lot of good deep passes on the money this year too, though. Like there was a couple to T-Mac that he's dropped downfield that were perfect balls downfield that weren't on him. It's just hard right now. It's hard to blame a certain person. I just feel like it's overall the organization, the franchise right now that's letting each other down, consistently right now. Just where I'm at. 130-yard game average is a good quarterback. Bryce Young is trash, bro. But you got to look at the context. Like when your coach is limiting you as a quarterback as well, it's kind of hard to do a lot. And your offensive line did not play good today. Your receiving core is hurt. you're playing with a bunch of either young players or veterans that just are washed up. It's just hard. It's hard. You know, I was predicting 8 and 9 wins, but I don't know because definitely if they lose Miami, I think everyone will be fired. If we lose to the Dolphins next week, everyone gets fired. That's what I'll do if I was the owner. But I don't think we're going to fire anybody this year, or I don't think we're going to fire Dave Canales this year. I just don't. But if you lose to the Dolphins next week, I'm going to be. I don't even know, but I'm not going to be happy. I'm just going to just keep it real. But yes, if we lose to the Dolphins next week, you're down bad as an organization, and you have to look in the mirror as players, coaches, an owner, and really figure this out because the Dolphins are not good. If you guys are aware, I don't know if you guys are aware, but the Dolphins are not good. Genty got a 65-yard run. I knew Genty was going to be good at some point. How many got now? Let me see. I mean, I appreciate y'all tuning in though today. Very good chat today. Very good chat today. Appreciate y'all for showing up for me. Let me see how many yards he got today right now. But I was never worried about Ashton Genty. I knew he was going to be good. Yeah. People were worried about him for whatever reason. I knew he was going to be good because he's just very talented. What's up, Joe? He said chewing gum on the mic. Come on, bro. My bad. Not trying to chew it, but I forgot to take it out before I hopped on stream. So it's my bad. But watch Bryce talk to media. Yo, I seen him talk to the media, and it was like 2 minutes. Like before I hopped on stream, I seen it, and I was like, dude, 2 minutes media time. Like, come on. Like people just don't want to talk to him no more, I guess. If you could do the draft all over again, who you picking, Bryce Young or CJ Stroud? Both would fail here. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. Like, look at CJ right now. I wonder how good he did today. I know they blew out the Titans, 29-0, 26-0. He had, CJ actually had a very good game today. 22-28, 233 yards, 2 tutties. But yeah, all over again, I don't care. I don't know. It's just I think they're both very good quarterbacks in college. I like Bryce a little better. I just felt like he was just the better quarterback, you know? I just do. And I feel like C.J. Stroud had the better receivers, the better team around him, and Bryce did more. Obviously, you're at Alabama, so you have a good team as well. I'm not discrediting that. But I don't really care because at the end of the day, they're both year one, bro. D.J. Chark, come on. You're just not going to really succeed on the Panthers in 2025. It's just going to be hard to succeed as a Panthers quarterback nowadays. All fair weather fans need to find another team. These are teams struggling as well. People seem to forget it's just a football game. True, man. But it's just like being a Panthers fan is like, it's every year. It's insane. It's actually wild how much pain we endure every year. And it's like we stay. It's like we endure so much pain as a fan base, and it's like it don't matter because we are loyal and we're here. We're gonna support the team no matter what, you know. And that's what we're all doing at this point. Been a Panthers fan for over 20 years since John Fox, a Smith Delhomme era. This is by far the most painful era. Last 8. Oh yeah, trust me. I've been a Panthers fan since 2015 probably. Obviously, I was raised in Charlotte, so I'm not a Panthers fan because of like Cam Newton or anything, just because. But I probably became a diehard in like 2017. But obviously, I saw 2015, and that was my first game going to against the Jets in 2014. So I've trust me, I've been a fan for a while. I'm only 17, not as much as that, and I just haven't seen a good season. So that's how you know I'm really a diehard Panthers fan because I mean, I've been a diehard, really like diehard every game, watching every game. You know, really trying to get to know everybody on the team, all that since like 2017, maybe with 2018 you can get me, okay? Because I was young. We've been bad since then, so Trust me, I get it. When are we going to fix it? I don't even know. I couldn't tell you. Because guess what? Watch us go out there against the Dolphins next week and win by 15 plus, and we're out here, celebrating. It's just that's how it is for Panthers fans, man. It is. Dolphins team is worse in the league. You can make the case. Dolphins suck. That's what I'm saying. Like if we lose to Dolphins, man, I'm not going to be a happy guy next Sunday when I hop on stream. I won't be. Caleb said, "Yeah, get ready for basketball season, bro." Hey, preseason starts in like a week. Hornets about to be to the point now where I'm about to start getting delusional about the Charlotte Hornets. That's down bad. Like if your team is so bad at football that you start getting delusional about the Hornets, down bad. Like trust me, dude. The Hornets are worse than the Panthers. Like worse. They're worse. And it's like, how is that even possible? But like we've been winning less than 25 games the last 3 years. We're terrible. And it's just like, and it's not even better because like we get injured. So, but talent wise, I mean, might be good this year. We got Melo, got Brandon, got that, kind of Knipple. We'll see. I mean, I don't want to get delusional, but the Panthers are starting to make me a little delusional. Sean said, get them both out of Carolina. You might want that, but me personally, I think we're going to keep one or the other. And I think if we had to pick between one or the other, we're definitely going to keep Dave Canales over Bryce Young. I just personally think that. Warriors better be good. Man, y'all some Warriors fans, get out of here. I'm talking about basketball. Yeah. Facts. Let me see. What's another position that like I would not be okay? I'll be okay with taking a linebacker. Let's start looking at the linebacker core in the draft real quick. I'll probably make a video here after I get off live. Record, edit it, probably get it out tomorrow for you guys. Just some for you guys. Might be a draft video. I'm at that point now, which is crazy to think about. We're not even in October yet, and we're talking about the draft. Panthers fans, man. Gotta love it. Okay. If we don't take a linebacker in the first 2 rounds, there's no hope. There's no hope. There's no hope being a Panthers fan, bro. None at all. What am I doing? Hold up. All right, bro. It's messing me up. Okay, let me stop sharing it and shit. Reshare it. Let's see. All right, there you go. Okay, here we are. Okay, linebackers. We better be drafting 5 of them. I don't care if we have 6 picks. We better be drafting 5 of this position in April, because it's like a swing or miss. It's what you got to do. This position is awful. Okay, I think we all know that, but this position is terrible. What are some linebackers y'all want? Obviously, Anthony Hill. I think him and CJ Allen for me are definitely the number 1 and 2 for linebacker. I am a Notre Dame fan, so I'll tell you right now, Drake Bowen is very good. I think he'll probably be coming back though next year, most likely. But he's had a very good year this year for us. So if he does, cool. Sonny Styles is good as well. Harold Perkins is not bad. Actually, Harold Perkins is a good player, not just not bad. But this linebacker core room is actually not bad in terms of we need linebackers. So I mean, it's not bad. But Anthony Hill probably is what I would go, but the first round selections are probably going to be Anthony Hill, CJ Allen. I think both could definitely be round 1 players. It's kind of hard to know today, but yeah, I'm definitely going to go more in depth for myself here soon. Just going to kind of just position groups and everything. So by the time we get to the end of the year, the draft content is going to ramp up so much. But obviously, we're so bad right now. I could give a bunch of draft content, and y'all would probably watch it because we're bad, and we want something to get hype about. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to make draft content yet because we're only 1-3. Now, if we lose some more, you best believe lose to the Dolphins next week. You best believe I'm dropping a draft content video next week. I promise y'all. If we lose to the Dolphins, you best believe I'm dropping a video about a random player y'all know nothing about, and it's gonna be a random video. It's gonna be film breakdown. Y'all probably gonna be bored because it's like, bro, we're in week 5. Why are we watching draft content? But that's where we're at as Panther fans every single year. But yeah, it's not a bad linebacker class. Obviously, we go up here. Obviously, y'all know who I want. Like if y'all follow me on Twitter at Panther Plug, y'all know who I want when it comes to if it's not a quarterback, and if we pick in top 5, bro, Caleb Downs. It's my player, man. Caleb Downs, one of the best players in the draft. Obviously, y'all know I was high on who's that player from last? Malachi Starks. I was a big Malachi Starks guy. If y'all follow me in the draft, last April or whatever it was, or last draft process, March. Malachi Starks was my guy, man. I was like, you need a safety. He's amazing in coverage, everything. Caleb Downs is like better than Malachi Starks. Like he's better than, like he has the coverage ability and he has the athletic ability to go in the box and do whatever he wants. That's why he has a 6-point higher grade than the number 2 player in Jermon McCoy, because he's that good of a player. Okay, and I don't want to hear nobody in this Panthers community, if we are picking top 5, I don't want to hear no safety is not a valuable position. I don't want to hear nothing. Because when you're picking top 5 again, let's say top 8, but I think let's say top 5. If you're picking top 5, I don't want to hear nothing about safety is not valuable at that position. Can you just pick good players? I'm tired of being bad. Okay, I don't want to hear that. Oh, safety is not valuable. Wait till the second round, right? Dude, Kyle Hamilton got picked up pick 8, pick 9, something like that. It was definitely top 15. It was the first round, definitely top 12. And look how good he is in the NFL. Safety is definitely a valuable position. Okay, I don't care. It's definitely a valuable position, especially if you're that good. And Caleb Downs is that good. So whenever we get to April and we're picking top 5, and I have Caleb Downs as my number 1 player, and I want us to pick him with our selection, nobody better come up under my stuff and say, "Why are you picking safety? You need to go more valuable position." Man, get out of here. We get to some chats. It's been so bad. As a Panthers fan, I have my Panthers car tag on my front of my car. I've already had. Can't even see my face, bro. My bad. I've already had 2 different people randomly laugh. Listen, that's what's gonna happen as a Panther fan. It sucks. It sucks, but it is what it is. Man, yeah. See. Wait, am I tripping? Hold on. Okay. Biggest needs is definitely linebacker and probably quarterback. After that, if Bryce does not get better this year, agree. I think quarterback again. If we're picking in this section, which is top 5, top 7, quarterback's going to be in the conversation, bro. Especially if a quarterback does good and kind of, not does good, but elevates themselves for the rest of the year in college. I think quarterback's definitely going to be in the conversation with our selection. I think it just has to be, biggest need, way to stop tight end and play calling. Yeah. Yeah. And more, but yeah. Evero got to go to. Agree. I think Evero's really the main factor right now. I think Evero needs to go first, and then if he goes and nothing changes, you have deeper conversations, and then you get closer to the season, and we start talking about, okay, quarterback, coach, what do we do from there? Because that's where we're at. Corbin says Downs. I want to imagine the Ohio State duo. Same. Lathan Ransom's probably our best safety right now, besides Trayvon Moore. But too bad he doesn't get play like a safety. He plays like a slot corner because our defensive coordinator is absolutely garbage at his job. Yeah, that's where I'm at. If for the first overall pick, you got to go like Lenore Sellers. Like I think, or you trade down. I just don't know. I just don't. I don't see a way you can keep Bryce. I just don't because it's like year 3. I don't care if it's on you or not. It's just not going to work out. I don't know, but jobs are on the line next week. Jobs are on the line next week. Specifically, Jero Vero. Underground West says, right, just pick good players. It's simple, but too bad a lot of staffs like ours don't understand the concept of that. Like when you're picking top 5, bro, you need to just go talent a lot of the time. Now, if you like the team around you and you feel like you can build and just you feel like the position of value is better, then sure. But most of the time when you're picking top 5, man, you're not good. So you just pick the good players. Just pick the good players, move on, develop your good players, develop the players that you like and fit in your system, and you'll see how it goes from there. Personally, Hunter Henry had 100 yards. Oh yeah. Tight end is definitely a position that we can't cover. But it's the defense coordinator's fault why you're putting your safety on tight ends consistently. You know. Now retaining Wilkes has came back to bite us. Absolutely, he was definitely our best coach so far in the David Tepper era. So far, the first 7 years. I don't think that's a debate either. I mean, he almost had us in the playoffs in 2022. So, yeah. All I know is whoever draft will be good. This regime, best drafters, mm, they're okay. I feel like you definitely missed a lot. You're definitely below 50% on drafting so far in this regime. Like, but the T Max selection is going to come back and you're going to look back and say, man, that was a very good pick. Probably, I think that's going to be one of the best picks you make so far in the David Tepper era. I think maybe the best selection, and it came with this regime. So I definitely probably will say it's probably the best regime so far in terms of drafting, but that's not a really high bar to put a standard at because we've had pretty terrible drafters and evaluators. The last time the Panthers won AFC South Division, I just had turned 30 years old. I'm about to turn 41. Yeah, it's crazy actually. Yeah. I was what? I was like 7 at that point. Man, that's all I've seen as a Panthers fan is just awful play. Corman said, I don't know why we didn't keep Gilmore or Reddick. Gilmore, we had opportunities to sign him. I guess we just didn't want him. And Reddick should have kept him. I'm telling you right now, should have kept a lot of players. Like Frankie Louvu, don't know why we didn't try to retain him. If I remember correctly, I don't know if we just had the money for it. He wanted more. He wanted out. I don't know what it was exactly, but he was a free agent. We didn't retain him. Is what it is. But yeah, it's just weird, man. Not keeping a lot of the players that we should. You know. Let me see. I want to give y'all actual like film, but the film don't come out until like a day, 24 hours. So I can't. Uh, so are you 18? Now I'm 17, but I turn 18 in what is it? How many months? 4 months. Yeah, I'm not yet. What you mean keep losing? What's up, Joseph? He says, so would you draft an offensive player or defensive player? I mean, I think right now, in terms of like if you keep Bryce Young, it's got to be defense. If you take offensive player, it's got to be a quarterback, I think. So I gotta, just me personally, what I would do. Um, yeah, D makes sense. Master, I hope Tepper rushes into Canales' office tomorrow and says, "Get your stuff together or you're out." Yeah. Show Bryce talk bet. I got you. I don't even know if they got it on YouTube because he talked for like 2 minutes. But I'll show y'all. I'll show y'all for sure. Let me see. Man, we got JC talking. We got, let me see. Yeah, Bryce talked for 3 minutes. Down bad. Down bad. Give us that all 22 film tomorrow for sure. I'll definitely give y'all that film at some point this week. When specifically, I don't know. I got work in school, but y'all know I'll be giving y'all that all 22 film at least once a week. Probably, Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll probably get it out for you guys. But I'm gonna try to, honestly, I'm gonna try to make a video today. Something random, post it tomorrow, and then also give you another video later in the week, which will probably be the all 22 for you guys. But yeah. Let me see. Corbett, I turned 17. Which you turned 18, right? Is what you're saying? Were you like an NFL fan before that, or were you? Or you like became a fan in 2017? Your first team was us. Plug this in real quick so I can hear Bryce talk too. All right, I'm about to mute my mic and give y'all this Bryce thing. I bet. Let me do it.
Bryce, Dave said today this game was on him, but he didn't have the team properly prepared, ready to go. That's something different we don't hear from him very often. How do you respond to that?
I mean, that's of course what you're gonna say. For us, we have to. It's on us. It's on me. It's on everybody in that locker room. We talked about that after. We all take accountability. We all have to look in the mirror. We all have to understand what we can do better. It's definitely not on him. Definitely not on one person. So it's all of us that have to be better.
And you and T-Mac had a really good chemistry for preseason, first game and a half, and then today you seem guys to be off just by a little bit. What do you attribute that to?
Missing stuff. I take accountability for that. That's on me. Missing my opportunities. We'll watch film, and I'll be better. We'll all be better.
As a team leader, how do you keep the guys' heads in this? Because this is obviously.
We just have that next week mentality. It's not fun right now, of course, but we have another one next week, which is a blessing. So we have to learn from the tape, own it, wear it, but after 24 hours, we wash it and make sure that next week can be the best version of ourselves.
Bryce, what was working on the first drive that ultimately didn't work thereafter?
We're just executing. Wasn't anything magical happening. We were executing, and obviously have to be able to sustain that moving forward.
Is there? I mean, you said there was nothing magical about it, but you strung together 6 straight completions. Is it purely just executing? Is there anything else?
Just execution. That's all it is.
Do you feel that at some point it was because people may have been trying too hard to try to execute?
No. Again, it's just we have to execute. We all take ownership. We all take ownership. Good or bad, we have to play the next play. We have to do a better job of that next week.
Did David Moore's injury? I mean, I know it was the very first play of the game. Ultimately scored a touchdown after that, but how did that impact the sideline?
Obviously, we all feel for Demo. Obviously, what he brings on the field, but in the locker room, everything else. He's such a great energy. Just having that veteran presence and just that joy about ball that he brings every week. Obviously, when you see that's rough. Unfortunately, that's the sad part of nature of the game. There's no excuses for anything. Things happen. Unfortunately, we can't. We have to make sure that we execute. There's no excuse not to do that. So, had to be better.
It's a lack of depth. I know you're building the team, you've got to build depth, and you've lost a lot of key players here in the last week or so. Was that showing up today, you think, that
Again, that's part of the game. Unfortunately, roster things happen. We feel for everyone who things happen too. That's the NFL. It's part of it. We have to make sure it's on us to execute.
everybody good?
I appreciate you guys.
This is the same old speech from our boy Bryce. Same old speech from our boy Bryce, man. Every single Sunday, same thing. I mean, I already know. Now, Dave Canales, there was a lot of things that were said in his presser. If you guys want to listen to it, I don't know if y'all care, but if y'all want to hear the Dave presser, I can play it for y'all as well. But he said some things too in that presser that actually means more and means more about the team than what Bryce ever has to say, because it's the same thing when you lose. It's just we have to watch a film, all this, all that. But yeah, I don't know. Joseph said, I think we got to see what Bryce can do for us. We can let go of Canales. He shelters him too much with his play calls. If he can't make certain passes, then let him bury himself. But we can't be called. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. I think they're both kind of the bad part of this right now. I don't know. I think they're both kind of put in a bad situation, to be honest with you. He says this. I'm dead. I'm dead. Bro, some of y'all insufferable when it comes to Bryce Young. Y'all just hate him with a passion. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. He didn't play trash, man. But I get it. When your team is this bad, it's kind of hard to want to give him, any whatever, bro. It's just I get it. I understand it. Can be calling plays off a hand draw. Yeah, I agree. Obviously. Exactly. Corbin says Dave took all the blame. Yeah, he did. He did take all the blame. He did. I watched the entire presser. He took all the blame. He basically said it's his fault when you're, not executing on all three phases. It's the head coach's fault. So he did take all the blame, but what else did he say? He said, what did he say? I saw him. He was taking the blame. Yeah, he also said he has to watch the film. He couldn't see the stuff on the special teams, exactly what happened, but he knows he missed some tackles, stuff like that. It's the basic coach speak, but stuff that actually was happening in the game and stuff that means more. He also said that he is not considering coaching changes yet as well. He did say that in his presser. I don't know. There's just no urgency when it comes to this front office. Just none at all. And it's starting to get me a little upset. We already seen Bryce get Frank fired. When are we going to see that it's not the head coach? Buddy. Bro, come on. Frank Reich is arguably a worse head coach than Matt Rule. And Matt Rule was awful. Come on. If you look at that 2023 team and you blame Bryce Young, I'm sorry, but you just don't like him. You just don't like Bryce Young because he was not the issue in 2023. He wasn't. He did not get Frank Reich fired. Frank Reich got himself fired. You have your opinion just like I do, and in my opinion, Bryce didn't play at a level high enough for the offense to look competent. Talking about today. Competent to me is mediocre. like you're doing enough to move the ball, you're doing enough to score. Okay. And you're saying that Bryce didn't do enough. I don't agree with that. Did Bryce do enough to win the game and be the X factor? No, he didn't. Okay, and I'll say that straight up. But it's not like he's a bad quarterback. Let's not do it. This is the first time out of 2 years he took all the blame. He's usually blaming. Um, it's the first time out of 2 years he took all the blame. He's usually, but yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. Did Dave say DJ and Nick will be cut this week? Like Johnson and Nick Scott? Absolutely. Nick Scott's not getting cut. I'll be shocked if Nick Scott is not starting on Sunday, bro. And it's just annoying. It's annoying. Nick Scott's awful. Reich was terrible head coach for us, just like Urban Meyer, Jacksonville bad. Yeah, he was awful. You can argue he's been the worst head coach in the David Tepper era. You can argue he was worse than Matt Rule. I think you can, because Matt Rule, you actually started 0-3 with Matt Rule, and there were some good things about Matt Rule. He just was stuck up and didn't understand football at the NFL level. Frank Reich, it was just all around bad. I don't know. 2023 was just, it was bad. Like your defense consistently played amazing football every single week, and you just couldn't figure it out. Like Frank Reich was just awful, bro. Like he just couldn't lead anything. He couldn't do a thing. It's just where I'm at. Not going to sit here and say Bryce is perfect every game, but his play calling, tempo is just off. You can see where we're moving the ball downfield. He wants to force runs and then check downs. Agree, 1,000%. Perfect way to say it. Perfect way to say it. But whenever you're running the ball on third downs and longs consistently, you're not going to win games, man. You're just not going to do it. You're not going to win games or move the ball consistently. And also just the check downs and all of that. I agree, man. Like it just third and longs. If you're throwing the ball, it's short passes. It's just like, bro, it's just annoying. It's annoying. It's annoying. I remember fifth grade thinking Kyle was better. Then he had one bad game and never looked the same. Kyle. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we all thought he was going to be the franchise man, franchise quarterback. It's just, honestly, us being Panther fans, we're all delusional. We're all delusional. We should have known he was not going to be the guy, but because we're delusional, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. Me too. Talking about Frank Reich, like he's some great coaching position and on his way to the playoffs right now. Dude's yeah, exactly. I referenced Frank Reich because the same stuff we saying about Canales, what we said about Frank. Yeah. Dave Canales is a way better head coach than Frank Reich. I think so. We are stuck with the players we have. Too many injuries and no depth. Agree. Again, agree. Agree. All but W's you put in the chat. We are stuck with, yep, simple. Dave really just needs to let Bryce cook, like to throw the tremble in the first quarter. Exactly. That first drive was called beautifully. I even think the second drive was called very good. I do. After that, it's just like he just doesn't know how to call plays because you're either losing and you're just passing the ball way too much and they're not actual good play calls and you're going away from your identity, which should be running the ball, or you're just running the ball on third downs and it's just like he goes away from knowing how to call plays after the first drive. I don't get it. Today specifically, because before it took him a while. Like the Cardinals game, it took him a while to learn how to call plays till we're down by 30. Right? It's just weird. Whatever the reason, the 2025 Panthers aren't a good football team, and I don't see any help coming until the draft next year. I can't really argue with that. I mean, we're not good right now. So whatever reason you want to say, I agree. If you want to say it's the coach, Bryce Young, whatever you want to say, team is not good. I don't know. I thought Kyle Allen was better than Camford. Yep. listen, I feel like every time we have something new, we just always get delusional as fans, bro. It's just all the time. Why, I don't know, but that's kind of what we're at as a fan base. It's funny. It's funny how we think that. I don't even know if I should put that chat up. We going to 14-3. I don't care. Man, I don't know about that one. Mike McCarthy next year. Please no. Please no. Please. I can't believe you actually put 14-3. I'm dead. It's funny. But yeah. I've been streaming for an hour 30. I think it's my longest stream in the season so far. Y'all pulling through for me in the chat though. That's why I'm still here. Why don't we try to get Lions OC? Oh, we tried, but we're the Panthers. And when you're that good of a coordinator and your offense is that good of a coach, a great offensive mind, he's gonna want Caleb Williams over Bryce Young. Simple. After he just came off a year getting benched, you know. Just simply put, but we definitely did try. We definitely did try. I don't know, but then obviously he went back to Lions last year, but you know, but yeah, but before we got Dave 2 years ago, he did kind of start, and then he was like, "Nah, I don't want to go." Smart decision, you know. You don't want to be a coach for this team, man. You don't. He said Brian Flores would be a great head coach. He will be. I don't actually. Okay, that's crazy. We talking about coaches too. Brian Flores was not a bad coach when he was. Yeah, he wouldn't be. We lucky if we win another game. We're not that bad. I think we're gonna win 5 games. John Gruden. Dave Canales and Bryce are not a good fit. They don't complement each other. Once they separate, both their careers will change. Exactly. Especially Bryce. Right now, it's not working for him. I'm dead. I mean, this year's Lions OC. What's talking about Ben Johnson? Let me look up the Lions offensive coordinator. Top of my head, I don't know. John Morton. It's the first year of coaching experience. It looks like. So I don't know. Let's get the Dolphins DC from when they was doing 7-man blitz. I don't care who we get at this point, man. I don't even care. Who our DC is, man. We just need a new coach. Shoot. No, not Obermeyer. Five games ain't happening. I want to be shocked. I mean, we're the Panthers, but I don't think we're that bad. I don't think we're that bad of a team, to be honest with you. I mean, Ben Johnson, yeah. Yeah, I was like, you're not talking about the new one, right? Yeah. But Ben Johnson, we did try to go after him 2 years ago. He went back to the Lions because no fit was good for him. He knew the Panthers were not that good. So he said, you know what, let me go back to the Lions, went back, and obviously got the Bears job this past offseason. But yeah. Man, we've been streaming for hour 30, man. Y'all pulled through for me today. Whole lot of chat. Sheesh, whole lot of conversation. Appreciate y'all for doing that. Um, it's already 7 o'clock, so we gotta. I'm hop off here in a second and get a try to record a video if I'm not too tired. Just see what happens. Try to record a video and then get that out for you guys tomorrow. Probably it'll be late after I edit and everything. What it'll be about, I don't even know. I might just do maybe another recap kinda in a shorter video for you guys. But if you guys are new and you're in this chat, you've never been here, we're on the road to 1K. We're almost there. If you guys can do me a favor, subscribe for me, like the stream. We go live every single Sunday. We go live. Also, so try to do once a week. Also, Wednesdays, whatever. But I definitely, as I know, I get content out for you guys at least once a week, and then I go live every Sunday. I'm gonna continue to do that for you guys. Stay consistent. When we do hit 1K, I'm gonna have some good things coming out for you guys. Maybe some merch, just some things. I'm gonna try to keep quiet a little bit, but trust me, we're gonna branch out into some more stuff. I've been kind of lackluster the last couple weeks, really months. We're doing a lot more, trying to build this as much as possible because I'm in school and everything. I'm just trying to balance all this that I have going on right now. But I promise y'all, behind the scenes, there is stuff going on. If you guys care at all, just trying to make the channel as good as possible. And just simply, just make the content good. Make everything that's not the content good, that you guys can, just enjoy the channel as much as possible. So that's where I'm at. So what he said, appreciate the content, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. You showed up today with the chats, so appreciate y'all as well. So yeah, my next live stream will probably be, as I mentioned, next Sunday after the Dolphins game. If we lose, I'm gonna be insufferable because this is the Dolphins we're playing. This is not a good team. So if we lose, I promise on next Sunday, I am not going to be happy at all. Bryce, Sam Hellman again. We going 14-3. Bruh, I'm dead. Joseph said, so do you think we still trade XL for picks with the trade back in the draft and take QB with one of the picks, maybe Arch? If we're bad, like that bad, yeah. I think XL's definitely like on the bubble. Like he's Jonathan Mingo level on the bubble. Like he better lock in soon or he's gonna be out. He's simple. He's gonna be out. It's kind of like Deontay. It's feeling like a little bit like Deontay Johnson, except XL's not a locker room problem. So I think he's gonna get another opportunity. Yeah. But when it comes to XL, I think again, if we're as bad as that, I think I don't know why he's still on the team next year. And I think you could definitely trade, obviously get some picks. Trading back is definitely on the table. I think if we get in that scenario, because we're not that bad where we have to maybe draft in the top 5, I think we have some pieces. But yeah, it just depends. It depends. But thanks for all that you do, man. Appreciate you, man. Listen, we might view things differently when it comes to whatever stance we have. But if we can be respectful about it and just talk football, I respect all y'all in here, man. Respect all y'all in here for showing up, giving me an hour 30 of just comments and chats, man. So, yeah. XL for undrafted free agent. I mean, he's playing like an undrafted free agent right now. So, I mean, it probably wouldn't be a bad trade. Probably wouldn't. A Dolphins loss will give us the best odds. Yeah. If we lose the Dolphins next week, okay, I'm actually going to be like, this season's like, there's no hope at all. I don't know why I have hope at all anyway, but I'm saying like there's like complete like no hope, like 4 or 5 wins, like can't go over 5. Like I'm gonna be that level because the Dolphins suck, bro. Dolphins are terrible. So I agree. XL's too busy promoting his literal. Bro, y'all are funny. Oh my god. XL too busy promoting his literal coon food and being a celebrity to learn how to play receiver. Oh man, I'm dead. That's facts though. That's facts. I'm dead. Okay. Chiefs up. Oh yeah. Actually, I have not seen the second slate of games. I've been on here the entire time, So I know I'm missing all the good games probably. Jags, Niners, Jags up, bro. The Jags are actually, why are they actually good? The Bears are going to lose to the Raiders, bro. Come on. Bears are going to lose to the Raiders, bro. Caleb Williams is not that good. Ashton Genty's having a ball game right now. Let me see. Colts or Rams why are the Colts actually good? Dude, this is weird. They're 3-0. They're 20-20 right now to the Rams. Could be 4-0. Chiefs are cooking the Ravens. Holy. Like BTA 30-13. Packers Cowboys. That's gonna be a good game tonight for sure. Definitely watching that one. If I was Morgan, I would blow it. The roster, trade away everybody, and start over. Most everybody, yeah. I think JC, Derek Brown, T Mac, Chuba, those are guys you got to keep, I think. But other than that, yeah. Other than that, for sure. Let me get to finish these chats real quick. XL worse than undrafted. Oh, XL's like miles worse than Jalen Coker. It's not even a debate. He's like easily worse. Like I don't even think it's a debate, man. It's not. Miles worse than Jalen Coker. We need Coker back ASAP. Hopefully he's back next week. Man, I was really high on Coker. Think he's gonna have a good year, and then oopsies, injuries. Joseph, see you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. You too, man. You too. Hopefully see you next Sunday on the stream. I think Lamar got injured. Did he for real? Man, I'm missing all the good games. But hey, I'm here with you guys, so I'm chill. Keep Coker, T-Mac, Trayvon, Ransom. Yeah, and obviously the rookies too. I didn't want to mention them, but in terms of like the veterans over to, yeah, Coker as well. Got to keep as well. Horn, Derek Brown. For sure. Bet so. It's 7:00. 2-hour stream or hour and a half stream. Longest one of the year so far. I enjoyed every single second of it. Every single one of you guys showing up today. Definitely the best stream so far of the year. I'm gonna see if Lamar got injured for real. He did, hamstring. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off here, make some content for you guys, get some of that out definitely tomorrow and later this week on that road to 1K. So if you guys are new, haven't subscribed yet, do that for me. And I'll see you guys next Sunday for sure live after the Dolphins game. Hopefully we win, because if we don't, I'm telling you guys right now, I'm gonna come on that stream hot. I'm gonna come on that stream heated. So some of y'all better tweet at Dave Canales and say to figure this out, bro. Like you got 7 days. Figure it out. All right, Corbett, bro. See you. We finna be 1-4 next time I see you. Probably. But hey, other than that, see you guys next Sunday. And I got some content for you guys coming out this week. So